What's up everybody, it's your boy CB back at you with another video. I don't usually do this guys, but can you please drop a like on this video? I just spent 6 hours making this. I watched like almost all of my old videos. It took a really long time to get all the clips in this video. But yeah, please drop a like, it means a lot. Thank you guys so much. So as you could see, April 10th was the first time I ever got a win on Fortnite Mobile. That was the first picture I screenshotted from like a Fortnite Mobile gameplay that I have on my storage. It was so long ago, a little over 800 days ago, that happened. And that's just crazy to me. I think 800 days ago, I got my first win. And you could see in my HUD how different it was. Back then, I was still using like the default HUD. I was obviously bad at building and everything to do with Fortnite. I was brand new. It was my first week playing. I took a few days before I could even get a win. And then as you can see, I have the dates for all the clips in this video, and they goes in chronological order. You can also see just how laggy my device was. This was back on 30 FPS on a really old iPad, and like these clips were like really good for me at the time. And I remember this took me so long to learn. This is in October of 2018, and I remember back then not many people could do this, so I thought it was really cool. So now we're getting into December of 2018, and at this point I was starting to get the hang of certain things, like peaking. Like I was getting better at like not exposing myself and at overall building and editing somewhat. Obviously now my building and editing speed compared to this is just like not even close. Like I hope that none of my building is as slow as it is in some of these clips because they're like 2 years old. But yeah, you can just see like from the first clips to this just already how much better I'd gotten. Remember, this is still on a 30 FPS iPad at this point, and I was using 4 fingers, which now I'm playing on a 120 FPS iPad and I'm using 8 fingers. So it's just like crazy to see that I was even able to do some of this stuff. Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, when I was going back to look at my old videos, I was expecting myself to be like the biggest bot you've ever seen, and I was kind of surprised. Some of the clips were completely awful, and it was like they were so bad I couldn't even put them in this video. I probably should have just shown you guys just how bad I was. But I'm kind of showing, these are like the better clips from it overall. Like these 90s aren't completely bad. Like obviously they're not the best. But for January of 2019, this isn't too bad. But you can kind of see, like I did this type of 90s for a while, and then I eventually changed that up, and I remember doing it, and you'll see that later in the video. Another thing I like when I'm watching these clips is you can kind of see like the older guns that were in the games, and the older items and stuff. Like in that other clip there, I had boogie bombs and a portafor, which is just like so old and so foreign now because it hasn't been in the game for so long, and it makes me kind of miss some of the old stuff. Also, when I was watching some of the old clips back, I was seeing people I used to always play with, and it kind of makes me sad to see all these names that I used to play with all the time that I don't play with anymore because either they're not on or like I just don't talk to them, and it's just kind of sad. But yeah, some of the clips I was pretty proud of myself. I was like, all right, Colten, I see you. 2 years ago you could do that or something like that. And then other times I was just like, Colten, what are you doing? But yeah, like this clip right here, I actually remember this. I was pretty happy with this clip because I don't know, back then there's a lot of things I was working on, but I remember swapping between pump and like SMG because I remember it would always be pump SMG. I'd always try to have it. But it was something I worked on a lot. So to be able to do that, I was so happy with, just because it was something I worked on a lot. And I'm not going to lie, guys, my aim probably hasn't changed too much. Like, overall, like you'll see in this clip, my aim was good. I'm not even going to be, like, I'm an honest guy. I had good aim then. I still believe I have pretty good aim. But, like, this isn't too old. This is, like, a little over a year ago. I was still 4 finger. At this point, I might have been on 60 FPS, probably. Not 100% sure. And a lot of these clips are from solo squad gameplay, because back then, like a year ago today, I only played solo squads, and I only played solo squads for so long that all of my gameplays were solo squads, and they were only from the games I would be recording, because I remember I used to not record that many of my games just because I felt like I lagged too much when I screen recorded. But now that I have better iPad and higher FPS and that kind of stuff, I feel like I can screen record a lot more, so hopefully my gameplays will be recorded more. But I don't play nearly as much solo squads as I used to either, which I'm kind of realizing I should probably start doing them more because I really like them a lot and I had so much fun doing them. And yeah, it made me remember doing them. And I remembered a lot of these clips. I remember the beginning of this game, I was really happy with the clips. Like, I felt like my aim was on point. You'll see. But, and I remember like telling people, oh, go watch my new video, look at these clips and stuff like that. And now it's like, these clips are like good and all, but I wouldn't be like going around telling people to go check this video out just because like, I don't really do anything too special other than have like good aim and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's just really funny for me to watch this stuff. And if these clips would be good clips for you guys, don't take it as offensive as like, oh, you think that's not good, that would be good for me, or something like that, or the other way around. Just because it's my personal opinion on like my like progression and stuff as a player. And I remember like shooting a shotgun shot and then building like a wall immediately. That was something I had to work on just to like build that habit, because it's so much easier to just like shoot and just like kind of chill or like hope you don't get shot. But I remember I had to build the muscle memory to always be building after every shot. If I had like a pump or something that didn't just instantly shoot like attack or a combat. You also see some clips with the combats, and it just makes me realize how good those were, like how strong they were. Maybe too strong, maybe not. And also clips like this, I remember I just go into creative. I would see someone do something, like I probably saw someone do a double edit reset there, so I would just go in and practice until I could do it myself. I think that's a really good method for learning how to do things. At this point, I am still 4-finger claw. I'll let you guys know when I get to like 6. And I'm not on 6 for that long, so there might only be like 1 or 2 clips of when I was on 6. And then after that, I'll go straight to 8, which is what I'm currently on. But I remember this was like near the end of a solo squad game. And honestly, if you guys want to watch solo squad gameplays of mine, they're not bad videos at all. Like, I would actually still recommend them today. And I also am thinking, if I don't have clips for a day, instead of just like talking or like improvising, I might go back and just like play one of these gameplays and then talk over it to like get across the points I want to talk about. 'Cause some videos I just want to like talk about things, but I feel like I need like good clips to talk over, or else it's not going to be as entertaining. But let me know if you guys would be alright with that or not, or if you guys wouldn't want to see that. Because I also think it's kind of fun to watch gameplays from old seasons to just like remember all the stuff from the current, from like that season, all the different like locations and stuff like that. But yeah, you guys should definitely go check out some of my old solo squad gameplays if you're interested in that stuff, because like I said, I would still recommend those to this day. And I remember I used to always talk about ways to get high kill games and like how I do it. And if you're into that stuff, I don't really talk about it as much anymore. But in my old gameplays, I give good tips on how to get high kill games, and I think they're still helpful today. So now we're in October of 2019, and you see me wearing the skin I always wear now. I don't remember when I exactly started wearing it, but by this point, this was basically my skin. The reason I liked it was I remember my favorite players to watch were either Mongrel or Mr. Savage, and they both wore this skin a lot, and I thought it looked pretty sick, so I started wearing it, and then it just kind of became my thing. I remember some other skins I liked a lot were Raven. I remember I liked the female version of Raven. By the way, right there you can see me get like a little lag spike. That was because I was on my college Wi-Fi. It was so bad. I'm so glad I'm not on that anymore. Like, in the fall I'll probably be back on it if I have school. But it is just so annoying playing on Wi-Fi that isn't like consistent. But right now my Wi-Fi should be pretty good. And these clips are getting closer and closer to where I'm currently at. We're now in 2020. Now I remember these clips right here are me box fighting PC players from a PC only server as a mobile player. And I remember I thought this was a really cool video, and I still think it is. So if you want to check this one out, just search mobile player challenges PC players to box fights for mobile. It's under mobile boys, obviously. But yeah, I remember this video I was really pumped about. Still am. But now the clips just wouldn't be that impressive to me, just because I feel like I'm a lot quicker with all my builds and edits and that kind of stuff. So it's just kind of cool to see. And I also think that as I go, you can really see where I improve in like different areas and stuff. And it used to take me so much longer to do certain things that I can just kind of instantly do now. And you'll kind of see changes to my HUD as we go. For a while I didn't make that many changes to my HUD, but if you look at my HUD now, you can really see how many changes I made. And at this point I am on 6 fingers, which is why my HUD is so different. These were some 1v1s I did against Hydrix69, and I remember, I still actually think these are pretty sick clips, but I just remember being so excited about so many of these clips that I'm posting, and I think that's really important when you're a YouTuber. You have to be excited about what you're doing and what you're sharing, because if you can't get excited about it, how can you expect anyone else to get excited about it? And I really think that's like crazy important. And it doesn't really matter what it's for, like what kind of content it is. It could be like, honestly, anything. Just like, think of anything you're interested in. If you can get really excited about it, then others could like feed off that excitement and make it so much more enjoyable for them. We're getting really close to the current clips. Like right here, we're seeing my 8-finger claw hand cam. So you can't really tell my HUD is, you can't really see my HUD that well, but my HUD is way different. And I remember for like over a month, maybe like a month and a half, almost 2 months, I was changing my HUD up so much. Like every day it was like a whole new HUD, and it only started to stay consistently around the same HUD a few weeks ago. Honestly, up to like a couple or like 3 weeks ago, my HUD was changing so much every day, and there was just a long period of time where I felt like I was getting bad because I just like couldn't get muscle memory on, because I was changing my HUD so much. But I'm so glad with the HUD I finally made, because I like so many different things about it, and I think there's so many different good things I can do really well because of it. And I think it's made me so much better already, even though I've only been using it for a couple weeks. Like, I just think that my potential is so much higher with a HUD like the one I have now. Like, if you just watch these clips compared to the clips from the past, you can just realize why the potential is so much higher. Because if I can just consistently do things, or just get so much better at all the little things that I'm doing, I'll just be able to be such a better player. If you guys have made it to this point in the video, I just want to thank you guys so much. It means so much to me that you watched this far in the video. I really do appreciate it so much. Let me know if you made it to this point. Say I made it to that point in the comments or something like that. Thank you guys so much. This video, these clips right here are from my most recent video, I believe, on like aiming and accuracy. And yeah, I'm really happy with how far I've gotten as a mobile player. I'm really glad I've stuck with it for this long too, because if we didn't, obviously the channel wouldn't be a thing if me and Hydrix69 didn't stick with it for so long to get to the point we are. Eventually he'll probably make a progression video, probably no time soon since I'm making this one, but you guys will eventually see a progression video from him, since these are all clips from my old videos. My key takeaway that I think you guys should all take away from this is that no matter what it is that you're doing, if you spend a lot of time working at it, eventually you'll get good at it. Like, no matter what it is, if you're not good at something now, if you spend, in this case, 800 days working at it, eventually you'll get to the point where you consider yourself really good at it, or other people consider yourself really good at it. And I think no matter what it is, if it's something you care about, it will be worth the time. So don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something you want. You guys got it. I believe in you all. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It really does mean a lot to me. This video took a really long time to make, as I mentioned, and I really do appreciate you guys so much. Thank you all, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.